welcome to Street Hustle, the show where we hit the streets to hear real stories from real people. I am your host, Bettina Victor Okiri, and we're focusing on the topic, life after school. Today we'll be speaking with master's degree students where we get to hear firsthand their experiences, obstacles, challenges, and how they overcome them. Buckle your shoes and come along with me as we head on to the prestigious University of Port Harcourt. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Bettina and I'm reporting from CMTV. May I know you, please?
Okay, I'm Mrs. Chioma Collins Alozie.
Okay, how are you doing today?
Doing very well.
Okay, ma, so you run a master's degree program here?
Yes.
Okay, are you a wife?
I'm a wife. Yes, I'm a wife. I'm a businesswoman. I'm a clergy person. I work with an NGO that's interested in building up young people, giving them direction. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I'm here, to still update my certificate and then to work better. And, they call themselves the Gen Z generation, so that we can know what actually is one of the challenges they have now. Do you understand?
So, how do you cope with all of these positions that you hold and schooling? How do you cope?
My dear, it's very tasking. I won't tell you it is an easy task, but then we still find a way to navigate through it. First of all, as a wife, that's the most challenging part, because I cannot abandon my husband because I'm schooling. Then I have to take care of him, make sure that he's okay. Then having to come from my distance to school here, it's not funny. But somehow we'll still find a way of, surviving.
Okay, very well, ma'am. So, what do you think the government can put in place to make things much more easier?
Oh, talking about the government, I think if they can get maybe a transport, free transport that can carry people from some ends of Port Harcourt into the school, it will go a long way, and then to put in place a traffic wardens. At some point where we normally meet traffic, sometimes we have to stay on the road for 45 minutes, 30 minutes on our way. So if they can help to alleviate traffic, the pressure on traffic, it will go a long way to help us.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So aside all of these things, what do you also think that what advice would you give to the younger generations?
In fact, my advice to them is, if as I came back to school to run my masters, I find out that so many things have gone wrong from when I did my first degree. I found out that young people, they don't like reading. They don't like anything that has to do with sitting down to get knowledge. They just want it a quick way. So my advice to them is that they should sit, study. Yes, they even have a better opportunity because there are so many search engines. Yes, but they just need to sit down and read. Do you understand? That's my advice to them, so that everything is not the quick way, trying to pay their way through and get a certificate. I don't think that's the best. So if they sit down, they'll be able to defend whatever they are learning.
Why is that?
My reason here in Uniport is to pursue a master's degree program.
Okay, so what was the motivation for you to come back and run a master's degree program?
Well, my motivation to run a master's program in Uniport is to fill some gaps in existing knowledge. Okay, so I want to improve on myself and also provide solution to some societal problems.
Okay, so are you a family man?
Yes, I'm a family man. Okay, so I'm married.
Okay, so what are those challenges you face on a daily basis, being a dad, a husband, and then running a program?
Well, the challenges are enormous. You think about taking care of the children bills, the household bills, and several other bills, coupled with the educational bills on your own part. And most times it's a bit tougher looking at the economy of the present-day Nigeria.
Okay, very well. So with all of these things you stated down, do you think you're coping very well?
Well, it's a choice I have made, and there is no challenge that is insurmountable.
Okay, so what do you think the government can put in place to make things much more easier for us as a citizen of this nation?
The government, actually, they have a responsibility and a role to play. Just make the environment conducive, create jobs, create enabling environments for investors to come in and invest so that business can thrive. People can easily cope up with the environment, have something doing, and life become easier.
Okay, very well. So we all know that elections are forthcoming. As a student, or should I say a master's degree student, would you be voting? Do you have your PVC on ground already?
I have my PVC. I have all it takes to qualify me to vote as a Nigerian, to exercise that my constitutional rights. Over the years, we have seen that vote doesn't count. Vote doesn't count. So, as a person, that is a determinant, or that also has already served as a deterrent for me to even vote. Because we see the lawmakers, they go out there to say that they are making laws or making things easier for the people. Vote, yeah, vote will count, but when it comes to the actual voting, it doesn't count. So I feel bad to go into an exercise that will be worthless. However, I'll still exercise that my franchise. I'll do vote. I'll vote.
So what's your advice for the younger generation?
My advice for the younger generation is to keep hope alive. If it is not good today, there are people that are coming up that will make Nigeria a better place to live.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kichi.
God bless you. Good morning.
Hello people, this is Street Hustle on CEMTV. Follow them for all your educational and informative content, and don't forget to follow them on all social media platforms. Thank you.
Stephanie Dokubo.
Good day, Mrs. Stephanie.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so what's the exact thing you were doing here in this school?
Okay, I'm a master's student in public health, and you're welcome to Uniport. This is Uniport.
Thank you very much. So are you a mom, a wife?
Yes, I am a wife and a mother.
How would you say you've been coping, being a wife and a mother, and then running a program, more like coming back to school? Generally, how are you coping now?
Wow, to be frank with you, that aspect it's not been easy to run the home and to run your academic. You know, it has been very, very tedious, but by the grace of God, we are coping. Like taking care of the husband, the home, the children, and going to school. After classes, I had to go to the market to do some shopping to refill. So it has not been easy, but by the grace of God, we are coping.
Very well. So what's the motivation for you? What motivated you to go back to school after your first degree? So what's the motivation?
Wow, you're making me to flashback those days in my BSc, and it has been a long time. And coming back here again into Uniport to run my master's program, I think what motivated me, I see that since I'm a health practitioner and I want to really upgrade knowledge, because anyone who does not go to school, your knowledge will be obsolete in some years after. So instead of you to be obsolete, you need to go back to school and refresh. So I'm here to refresh as a public health analyst so that I can go back to the field and impact to my environment.
Okay, very well. So are there some challenges you go through on daily basis, being a wife, a mom, and a student? What are those challenges you face on a daily basis?
Yeah, there are. Basically, you know, from home, there are some things that I'm expected to do as a wife, a mother, to take care of the home, to be a homekeeper. But I find out that since I don't have anyone to help me do those things, I really had to finish my classes and I go back there to start all over or to finish what I've already started at home. Then coming to school, reading in the class, and after the class, I had to embark on a private study also to improve myself. So the challenges I'm having right now is that the time, it's a master program. The time space we are using for this program is so limited. And the rush we are having to make sure we finish our syllabus, the courses are so large, it's time consuming and it's highly stressful. It's not been easy to be in a health area and coming to school, taking care of home as a mother, as a wife. It's not been easy. But we are trying.
Very well. So would you be advising the younger generation to take this route that you have chosen?
Yes, it's very, very interesting. You know, to be an academic person and to be a married woman or a married man is very, very interesting because, because I see that academics is, education is very, very important to facilitate your development in this world. Globally, or what would I call it, locally, you need education to establish your development. So it's very, very necessary.
Very well.
My name is Emanuela Wifa, and I'm a master's student of public health in University of Port Harcourt.
Oh wow, okay. So your first degree, what year exactly did you get done with your first degree?
2023 to be exact.
This is 2026. So it's
Yes.
more like you picked up your master's form almost immediately.
Yes, more or less, after service and all of that.
So what was the motivation for you? Why did you think that, okay, right after my first degree, I need to just pick up my master's form? What was the motivation for you?
Okay, first of all, there's no work in Nigeria. There's basically no job. And apart from that, after my service year, I realized that I would like to further, mostly academically. And public health is just a very interesting sector. It's a very interesting sector of health and of academics as well. And I would love to further on that. So I decided that it's just better to
Very well
do
then.
that.
So running this master's program here in Uniport, are
Yeah.
there some kind of challenges you face on a daily basis?
Yeah, on a daily basis, yes. There's the issue of logistics, transportation from where I stay to this place. And unlike the idea I had of my master's program, which was that I wasn't going to have a lot of classes and that it's not going to be as frequent as doing your BSc. It's not exactly the same. We have a lot of classes. Our schedule is quite tight and packed back to back throughout the week. So it's a lot to do, and the time also.
Very well. So would you outrightly say you've been coping well?
Yes, I've been coping quite well.
Okay.
In my opinion.
So do you think there are some measures the government needs to put in place to make things even much more better?
To run your master's program or just generally? Apart from just the regular, making cost of living a bit easier on the population, just general adjustments generally.
So what's that one advice you would give to the younger generations coming when it comes to academics?
Concerning academics, the only advice I have is just know what you want to do early enough. Know the path you want to take so that you don't waste a lot of time doing inconsequential things and just figuring out your life. Imagine finishing your BSc and trying to decide what you want to do with your life at that point. It's just easier and it makes life a whole lot better having knowledge of what you want to do and just following that path and plan.
What an insightful conversation it's been. Today we've heard from master's degree students about the realities of pursuing higher education, the highs, the lows, the victories, and of course, the determination to keep moving forward. Thank you for watching Street Hustle, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I remain your favorite host, Bettina Victor Okiri.
Hello people, this is Street Hustle on CEMTV. Follow them for all your educational and informative content, and don't forget to follow them on all social media platforms. Thank you.